And hello again, B&J students. Let's continue with more TOEIC conversations, listening comprehension scripts. So let's continue with number 2, okay? And yeah, we'll do it together and listen carefully, and I will help to explain it so that you understand it a little bit more easily, and maybe you will learn some more expressions. So are you ready? Let's go. Number 2. I'd like to welcome you all to the 4th annual Poets Brunch. So I would like to welcome you all to the 4th annual Poets Brunch. So you all, you, everyone here, you all, the 4th annual. What is annual? Yearly, so every year, annual Poets Brunch. And a brunch is the combination of breakfast and lunch. So it usually takes place on the weekends around late morning, so 11 o'clock to early afternoon, maybe 2 or 3, where you eat lunch items and breakfast items. In just a few minutes, or shortly is another way you could say in just a few minutes, so shortly a server will be around to offer you coffee or tea. So a server will be around. So a server or a waitress or a waiter will come and offer you coffee or tea. Would you like coffee or tea? Offer or present. So please take a moment, short amount of time to fill out your name tag and introduce yourself. So fill out your name tag means to write your name and introduce yourself. Introduce yourself or present yourself. Hi, my name is, and let's see. So please take a moment to fill out your name tag and introduce yourself to the other artists at your table. So to the other artists. So remember, this is a poets brunch. Poets are writers of poetry. So poets are writers of poetry. So artists are creative people. Artists are creative people at your table. Lunch will be served at 11 o'clock a.m. sharp. So lunch will be served, future will be served at 11 a.m. sharp. Means right at 11, on the dot. At 11, on the dot. So right at 11. Followed by a reading from last year's prize winner. So followed by, so after lunch, followed by a reading from last year's prize winner. So the prize winner last year will read some of his or her poetry. If any of you did not receive your free gift at the door, please make sure to pick it up on your way out. So be certain to pick it up or to get or to receive your gift on your way out, or when you are leaving on your way out. This year's gift is a poetry anthology from local youth writers. So this year's is a poetry anthology. Anthology means collection of writings from local youth writers. So local means people who live nearby, local people in your city perhaps, people who live near you. Youth writers, youth means young people. Youth, young people. So nearby young people who are writers. You will be amazed at the emerging talent in our town. So you will be, future, amazed. Amazing, amazed. You will be astonished. You will be surprised at the emerging talent in our town. Emerging means the talent that has come out of the town. Means that there are a lot more talented people coming out of, emerging. In fact, a group of young writers meet once a month around this very table. So in fact, actually, a group of young writers meet once a month, so one time per month, around this very table. So they meet in the same place, around the table. So people sit around the table. People sit at the table. So let's look at the questions for transcript number 2. Number 4, this is question number 4. How often does this event take place? Do you remember? It's annual. What does annual mean? Do you remember? Remember annual all the way up here? Annual. 4th annual. So annual. What does annual mean? A, monthly. B, 4 times a year. C, once a year, every 4 years. C, once a year or yearly means annual. So the event takes place annually, or the event takes place once a year. Number 5, what will happen after the brunch? After the brunch. The brunch is when they eat. Do you remember when they're eating? What time? 11 o'clock sharp. So what will happen after eating lunch? A, the people will be served drinks. B, an artist will show his drawings. C, the guests will introduce themselves. D, a poet will read a poem. So what will happen? Do you remember? Let's see. Let's look at it together. So remember, they say that the person introducing the brunch says lunch will be served at 11 a.m. sharp, followed by, remember followed by means after, a reading from last year's prize winner. So a reading from last year's prize winner. So D, a poet will read a poem. Number 6, what do guests get to take home? What do guests get to take home? What do the guests receive? They receive a gift. What is the gift? Do you remember? Is it A, lunch, B, a book of mythology, C, a collection of poems, or D, a painting? Do you remember? A collection of poems. Remember, they say that the person announcing the brunch or introducing the brunch says that they will receive an anthology. So an anthology is a collection. Do you remember that I said that? Anthology is a collection of poems. Alright, good. And I will see you for transcript number 3 in the next video. So see you then. Goodbye.